First of all, physically, he was still the most imposing physical player that's ever played this league, period. There's no one that's come close to him in terms of just physical prowess. On top of that, he's a great athlete.
The most amazing scoring performance of all time. 100 points for the Big Dipper. People are all over the court for taking pictures, flash mods are going on.
And the last thing that created a problem was he was smart.
A center led the league in assists.
Yeah, 1967. Wow. 68.
He was very real crafty, and he had a great mind. He's a smart guy.
To Chamberlain, who works against Bullwinkle, wrap around, and Erickson inside the basket top.
That was a great pass by Wilt Chamberlain. We have it on slow motion. Again, Wilt Chamberlain's long arms make this pass possible. Behind his back, Erickson picks it up. Bob Love fouls him in the act of shooting.
Led the league in assists one year. Actually, they played in a triangle offense.
Intellectually, you look at guys like Wilt Chamberlain. He knows the game, know how to make everybody better by controlling the ball. So our offense was in him and rotate.
Chamberlain, back pass to Goodrich. Good! It goes over the free throw line.
Oh, great pass. Now the Lakers use that play quite often. You'll see it again. Goodrich drops the ball into Wilt, then cuts down the middle, and Wilt perfect behind the back pass. So Goodrich cutting for the layup.
Chamberlain, one of the best in the game at handing off to the cutters.
When he rebounded, a lot of times he'd make the guards come back to him to get the ball, so he'd be down there when the ball got to the other end of the court. One of the things that Bill did when he got Wilt was he got Wilt to outlet the ball to Goody and to West. And so Goodrich and West had the ball, and they got some of the athleticism and the activity of fast breaks.
Gail Goodrich has the ball for Los Angeles. Chamberlain back to Goodrich.
A win by Los Angeles. They have their first title. Ellis. Back to Chamberlain. Give it to Goodrich, who was wide open.
Gives the ball off to Flynn Robinson. Over the left side with 8, and the timer goes to good. Rebounder, Wilt Chamberlain. The big captain's bad. He hasn't lost since he's been captain. Behind it again, he operates. 23-foot jumper. Good!
Well, congratulations. It has to be a thrill for you as a captain to lead this team to 21 straight.
Well, it's a thrill to be part of it, Lynn.
But in the fourth quarter, it seemed all of a sudden you just started to turn the game around. You got so active out there, and once you got a rebound at either end, you just sprinted down the court.
I just felt so that we had 12 more minutes to do something no other team has ever done, so I would try to just dig a little harder.
What were his best qualities?
I don't know which was the best, his strength or his smarts, because he's equally adept at both.
We have to contain, each individual to a certain extent, but we'll have to go out there and play the team, and that's what is on my mind, is just what we can do best to stop their team.
Well, I've been hearing about the center matchup since I entered this league, back with Wilt Chamberlain against Bill Russell and so on and so forth. I feel as though it's only a team that can beat you, just hoping that we can beat the Knicks, and it's no one man against man, because it just doesn't count in the end. I'm just hoping that we can score more points than they can in the end.
Chamberlain to Gukas. Gukas puts Philadelphia ahead.
Wilt could do whatever he wanted to on the basketball court. Strong, palmed a bowling ball, a 16-pound bowling ball. Didn't put his fingers in the sockets and the holes. Palmed it like that and held it out.
101st game this year, Chris. And now Bill Russell has 5 personals.
A lot of things you can, just why you enjoy playing with the Globetrotters. How many guys you think can get in the circle of the Globetrotters and do what they do? He's 7'1", so you show what kind of dexterity, what kind of hand-eye coordination, what kind of rhythm he had.
40-33. Thank you. Lucas. Walker snapped out by Chamberlain. McCarter commits the foul.
We figured that we're going to have numerous problems, starting with Wilt Chamberlain, who naturally is the most devastating player in the league right now. He's so big and strong. And
Well, I believe Wilt Chamberlain proved himself this year to be the greatest player in the history of this game of professional basketball. We've known for years that Wilt could score
with the best of them and established scoring records. One year he even averaged 50 points a game, and in that year even had a 100-point effort in one single game. But this year Wilt got the goal that he wanted. He won the whole thing. He proved to everyone that he's a winner and that he could play on the greatest team, play center for the greatest team in the history of this game of basketball. Wilt has the power, the strength to get the rebounds.
Joe Caldwell from Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt on those boards, looking down the floor in the West, sending all four men down on the fast break, and Joe Caldwell on that play getting the layup.
And offense, we weren't relying upon Wilt to do all of our scoring for us. We relied on Wilt to play the center position and open things up so everyone could score. And I've got to say this, when we got in trouble, Wilt may not have scored a great many points through the whole year, but when we got in trouble, we did go to the big guy and he responded with the big points when we needed him.
Out here would be favoring the East, and they're letting their feelings known. Chamberlain of the West.
Cole drives into force Wayne Embry guarding Chamberlain and switch off on him. This leaves a smaller man, Gola, defending Wilt the Stilt. So the next step is to feed the man on the post. Old bounce passes to Chamberlain, and away it goes. Up and in.
This year, I was fortunate to take over a team that had the talent that allowed Wilt to play the style of ball he did this year. It was not necessary for him to score in order to win. It wasn't necessary for him to carry the whole load offensively. He had the type of talent to play with, and this gave me all kinds of weapons.
As he runs down the floor, and Chamberlain, as Bradley came by, knocked the ball away. Good retrieve as Erickson shoots.
Yeah, I think with his competitive spirit that he had, that's the one thing about Wilt. Wilt did not like to lose. He always wanted to win. So if he'd have been 6'4", 6'5", or 6'6", I think he would have had the determination to destroy people.
Wanted to win at everything he did. Everything he did. There's only one other athlete that I would compare to Wilt from a standpoint of being competitive and wanting to win at everything they did, and that would be Michael Jordan.
And I thought, quite frankly, that he was more of a finesse player than a power player, and yet, when he did turn on the power and exert that physical presence, he was unstoppable.
And again, underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain.
L.A. got a bit shook. In the 440, over to Garrett, right-hand side. 29 seconds showing. Garrett in the corner. Garrett pass to Chamberlain, low post, behind the circle. It goes to Baylor, left side. Shoots, no good, rebound, free ball. Chamberlain puts it in.
Could definitely look to shoot the basketball a little bit more and try to get some offense for us in close to the basket.
McCarter from the top of the key hits another one.
Back inside to Wilt. See what he does now from the line up. Gives to Goodrich.
Chamberlain. Erickson.
Needs to play with it. Now that he's got a job, he's playing just great ball.
No foul. Hal Greer with the ball. Boston leading by 8 points. Into Chamberlain. Matt Gukas. Hal Greer. Greer hits.
Taylor, who has played in 7 championship series for the Lakers. Chamberlain to Garrett. And watching the clock, trying to eat up that clock. 18 points for Barnett. Chamberlain getting it for Los Angeles. Back to Baylor. On the outer perimeter of the key is a 3-point line. However, they'll not be using that till the second half. There is John Havlicek.
Away from Bowman, gives outside to Egan, back to Wilt. Baylor.
Your job is to make them miss their shot, get the rebound, throw it up to the guard, let them go down the other end and score it, and your job is to cruise up to half court and see what's going on. And it took a Wilt Chamberlain to see it.
Selection for the Lakers. Goodrich. Oh, that was 23 feet.
9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A must game for the Boston Celtics. Beautiful shot by Wally Jones.
Willie McCarter. Matt Gukas. McCarter goes to Chamberlain. On the timer. McCarter.
Everything worked off Wilt Chamberlain. who had some slick shooters, like Billy Cunningham.
Robertson against Clark. Flips it back to Wilt. Back to Oscar. Shoots over Archie Clark. Oscar Robertson. Elvin Hayes for the West. Oscar Robertson. Connie Hawkins. Cassie Russell. Here's Elvin. Big E from the Houston Rockets. Gonna pump. Well, he shot it through a lot of limbs, but he got him to a better defensive job on Gail Goodrich. He feeds it to Chamberlain. Wilt playing with a very, very sore hand. It's been treated in every way possible the last 2 days.
I always felt like doing whatever to make the team win was the thing to do.
He wanted to win as badly as anyone else, and we all wanted to win. And anything that we could do at that stage of our career, because late in our career, we were going to try to win. And most people didn't give us much of a chance.
He really wasn't supposed to get that ball that easy underneath.
Erickson. Bob checks behind him. Keith clears it and makes it.
The last quarter, they're in pretty good shape.
McMillan has a shot out of the corner. Hit it. And the Lakers go back on top, 36-35.
Russell is guarding Jackson, Chet. Beautiful shot by Jackson.
Through the lane to his Laker teammate Chamberlain. Wicks coming around. There he's up in the air. Goes the ball. And 27 personals against Boston, 25 against Los Angeles. Here's West. And Jones fouls out of the ball game. Sam Jones, because of a
my records once again. See, no, I didn't think about that. No way I think about people breaking my rebound record, or people never fouling out of a game, or centers leading the league in assists.